Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
I'm really sick, so if I cough it or if I just seem unenthusiastic, bro, I really do not feel good. So
you're good. No worries. I understand.
I apologize. Um, but what do you feel like is your biggest like struggle or bottleneck right now, bro?
Um, I mean, it was kind of posting ideas previously, but with the new funnel system, honestly, it became significantly easier because now I know specifically like, hey, here's things that I need to check off and make sure that I'm posting this or one of these things, one of these things, one of these things. Um, so it made that considerably easier for me, in my opinion. And because I'm doing that now, it's made it a lot easier. Or at least I've noticed more comments and stuff like that on my posts. Um, so I guess my next step would be to just reach out more to those people that comment. And I think personally, I think it's the bottom funnel that's made that honestly a little bit easier to place me in like a I guess position of information or authority. I think is how Garrett puts it. And that's like I said, that's kind of just made it a lot easier for people to comment and reach out and stuff too. So.
Freaking go, bro. Let's go. So I guess do you have any questions or main struggles or concerns when it comes to DMing people?
Um, my I guess my main concern is that Instagram's fucky because they have to follow you and you have to follow them to message majority of the time because they're like private accounts or something like that.
I bet just
Which
follow them back.
well yeah, I pretty much was just follow everybody. But if they're not
Yeah.
following me, um, then yeah, it was kind of like I'm just following people for no reason and then they won't answer because they don't follow me back or whatever it was. So yeah, I stopped doing that because that was, like you said, that was fucking bullshit.
If they haven't
Um,
really like, if you don't notice someone's like consistently engaging,
yeah,
I would just go follow them because it almost makes people seem like, I guess how I would put it is like, you ever had that one person like try to slide in on like your friend group, like on a whole
yeah,
nother level, like way
yeah,
too soon or what? You're just like, oh, that was weird.
yep.
That's kind of what it
Similar
feels like
situation.
when someone just randomly follows you and you don't know them. If they
Yeah,
don't
fair.
social media, do you see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
or like they don't follow you or they don't really engage with your stuff because then they're like,
Mhm.
who the fuck is this guy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you
To say
think?
so, like you said, I was looking for those particular people at this point that have been consistent, and liking and stuff than that, liking, commenting, um, in which case I haven't gotten anything out of it just yet, besides for creating connections with these people. Um, and I'd say that's primarily because I was just trying to build we'll say more of a community first than just sell. I mean, coming from the gym setting, like I understand like online we want to be kind of quick about it, but I mean in the gym it's a slow and steady process. Like you
Nurturing,
get your
nurturing
space.
people is
Yeah.
good, bro. No,
And
nurturing people is good, but
that's what I prefer.
don't give them too much free info while you nurture them to where
Yeah.
they just continue to feel like they can use you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Yep.
at a certain point, you're gonna be able to read when this person is warm enough necessarily, and that like to ask him to get on a call. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
And that's when
Things can go off.
rip it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
Um,
So I'd say, like you said, that's going to be my next step per se, especially because, like I said, the posting's gotten significantly easier. I got the mic, I got a new phone. I had the new phone last time, but everything's kind of coming together now that I've had those first couple sales, and then that's allowed me to get better things so that everything progresses at the same time. Um,
let's go.
I wouldn't really say I have too many questions. Um, right now, it's just kind of trying to find the time to get things done, which I haven't really had any issues like with that. It's just instead of posting throughout the day, it'll be like I'll have 3 hours and I got to get all three of those done. Which again, not a huge deal in my opinion. As long as I get them out there, I think that's fine. I keep seeing stuff about like the timing at originally I thought it would matter because I mean people on lunch or people in the morning. when people are typically on their phones or whatever. And yeah, it doesn't really at this point from what I've noticed. Um, so yeah, I mean, I posted one at 6 o'clock last night before I got into bed, um, just rocking the baby to sleep. So I was like, all right, well, fuck it, we'll just get it done and see how it goes. Um,
Timing
so
timing is a very minute variable. Like,
especially nowadays, in my opinion, with the I guess the algorithm technically,
well,
but
also it's gotta think of it this way, dude. Like, there's plenty of people scrolling 24/7.
that's fair. Just doom strolling.
Like
Um,
they like because people do that all night long sometimes.
yeah.
I know people that stay up
Mhm.
until 3 or 4 in the morning. Just
Yeah. That's too much. I mean, I found myself scrolling for hours on end. Don't get me wrong, but I'm
I
like,
know, but some people do it like some people live their lives vicariously through others, like watching
yeah.
through their phone.
Hmm. So that's too much for me. Um,
I just don't hyper focus on timing because again,
yeah,
there's always someone that's
you're right there, ready for you, basically.
hmm
Yeah, I get you.
and a good video will always pick up on the algorithm, like you just said, because of the algorithm. So
Yeah,
at that point in time, it ain't gonna stop you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yep.
um, biggest things to focus on more again are who you're trying to speak to in that video. So like top,
Mhm.
middle, bottom,
Yep.
authenticity.
Yeah,
And then once you nail those things more, like again, trying to edit the content to just be a little bit more like quality
yeah, yeah.
audio, putting some overlays in there, just the text on.
Mhm.
And then once all those things come together, it's more just about being consistent.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, with the mic and everything, at least the video I took today sounded significantly better. The ones I did yesterday when the mic got in sounded significantly better. Um, and I've been cutting out the dead space a lot more, so that's shortened my videos a little bit, which will keep people a little bit more engaged. And on top of that, obviously, just not having the dead space is going to help out quite a bit as well. So yeah, getting everything pretty much dialed in to be comfortable and see the results that I want. Like you're saying now, in my opinion, I just gotta keep going, just don't stop, and then things will continue to pick up. So
No, 100%. Well, I guess, dude, do you, I would love, obviously, you to use these next 20 minutes as to the best of your
yeah.
ability. But if you don't have questions, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
Um,
what do you want to go over? What do you need help with, do you think? How can I help you? You know what I mean?
yeah. Um, and honestly, like I said, the funnel was kind of probably more of what I needed than anything because I'm a guy that just needs boxes to be checked. Like, hey, I need you to do X, Y, Z, but in your own way. Um, and that really just made it super easy to be like, okay, I need to make one of these. I need to make one of these. I need to make one of these. I was trying to do that before, but now like with the parameters of each, we'll say piece of the funnel, it made it a little bit more specified to be like, okay, so if I make one of these, this classifies as this, and if I make one of these, it classifies as this, as opposed to being like putting out two of the same things, or maybe one of say the middle before I knew it, and then maybe one top, but then never doing um, the bottom funnel because, well, to be honest, the other week he answered that of like Instagram and TikTok both have those for like answering through the reply, which I didn't fucking know that. So that made it again significantly easier for me to kind of just become that authority in that space.
Hmm.
Um, and even we'll say the one that I posted yesterday, it was like do fat burners work or whatever. I had some guy ask me that in the gym as opposed to like over text, but I created an image that essentially said it over text and then just
Excuse
made a
me.
video about that as opposed to I had a couple of ones where I was like, oh yeah, this guy came to me in the gym and was asking me about this, and it's like that kind of sounds boring. So let me try a different way of doing it, and make it a little bit more, I guess, educational without storytelling entirely. Um, because I'll have people ask those questions all the time, so I can just write them down and then put it into that sort of aspect, so it looks more like a an online piece as opposed to an in person to become again more of that authority for that particular space. Um, because obviously as the trainer in that gym, I'm getting those questions all day long and I can answer those right then and there, but that
Yeah,
only reaches 5 people as opposed to hundreds online. So
100%.
um,
Those
trying
those
to
that's good ideas.
trying to think of like questions per se. I mean, I really don't have them until they come up. Um, just because I'm like you said, if I have a structure, I'm pretty good at keeping it. Um, trying to think. Hmm, I guess with messaging people, like you're saying, don't just follow people, but if they say they've been liking and commenting, but they still don't follow me, what is your best, I guess, approach for something like that?
Is it a private or public account?
Uh, I mean, I have a public account, but say they have a private, which is typically when I can't, like I said, I can't message them because they have the private.
Just follow 'em.
Okay, fair. And then see if they follow back.
They
All right,
first
fair.
have to accept you following them. And then once they
Fair.
do that, you're in. You can message
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
Doesn't even matter really if they follow you back. I mean, obviously following you back would be nice.
Yeah.
That's definitely a sign that they're more warm. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep. Um.
So that's how I would go
Okay.
about that. Just follow them back, or we'll follow them in the first place. Hopefully they accept it, follow you back, and
Mhm.
then I would DM them. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Fair. And I know we talked in the past about like TikToks not really being the best of, I'm not gonna say leads, but the majority of I think I remember you guys were saying, like you can get people off TikTok to get on a call, but half of them just don't, we'll say follow through, if I remember correctly. Um, I guess that kind of turned me off originally to not wanting to get on calls with people on TikTok. But it's not like you guys are saying don't do it. You're just saying that it's like, hey,
That's
just be
I never
aware.
said they don't follow through. I just
Yeah.
said most likely they're going to be younger people.
Fair. In which case, when
More
they're younger,
younger
they.
people on TikTok scrolling. But if you have somebody that's ready to get on a call and is not a younger
Mm.
person, I would get on that call with them, bro.
Oh
That's
yeah, yeah,
money
yeah.
that you're
No,
burning.
definitely.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I typically have the younger kids messaging me through TikTok though. Like I've got a couple older guys. Don't get me wrong, but it's usually the younger kids that are like, hey, dude, I need help with like this programming or whatever, or what's your best recommendation on nutrition or whatever the fuck it might be. In which case, happy to give them the information, but like you said, that they're usually like 13, 14, 15 fucking years old, and I'm like, uh,
I also just said
well,
at that point I would like I did ask you like is somebody who's like I'm gonna be a father one day and you just had your kid, bro. Like I would be like the 13-year-old was messaging me. I've coached teenagers before, bro, but like
mhm.
I've had 13-year-olds DM me and shit, and I'm like, I'll just there be like, dude, I'm uncomfortable like messaging you. Like I don't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I'm not. I wouldn't even want my 13-year-old to have Instagram.
Yeah. And that's kind of, I'm like, I'll give you some information, but this is like, is your parent okay with me messaging you?
Yeah, do
Because,
you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm
yeah.
like. But also, like, do you see what I'm saying? That could be a good piece of top funnel content. You could just be like,
Yeah,
as a
fair.
coach, dude, like, I'm not saying don't message me, I guess, as a 13-year-old, but like,
Yeah.
also, like, that's weird even saying out loud. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean, like, actually, don't message me. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, you know what I mean, like, like,
Let's say, like you said,
yeah,
I've trained 13, I've trained 16, I've trained 15.
their
Like, there's
parents
no
are
issues
usually
with that.
behind it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and their
So,
and their parents are either there's we have a rule where if you want me to train your kid, you still have to be there for the entire fucking session.
yeah,
Like
like,
I'm not going to get in trouble because the
they
kid
hurt
says some
themselves or
stupid
something.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
or they hurt
So,
themselves. Like I don't want any of that. So when the kid that was like, "Oh, I need help, I need help," I was like, "Okay, well, you need to have I need your parents' fucking permission, dude. Like before we even get in anything."
So
Um,
that's good, but I wouldn't even. It's not that like don't hop on these calls with like if you got a 20-year-old bro that's talking to you, like
oh yeah,
he might have money.
hmm,
I know some 20-year-olds that make some good money.
fair, fair.
It
See, I haven't
depends.
gotten
I
to the
have some
point.
20-year-old clients, bro. It just depends on a person.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie, Danny, you kind of got to read the room a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
yeah, yeah.
somebody. So
Saying I'm like you said, I'm just questions are fucking off the dome at this point. Like
no,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
really have
saying like
a.
that's one of those things where it's like, bro, it's not that they're not good leads.
Mhm.
Wouldn't even say that because some people get good leads from TikTok, but it just
Yeah,
really depends. Do you see what I'm saying? Like on the
yeah.
person, on the content, on
Mhm.
also like dude, months as well. Like July and August is the slowest months for like any type of
Yeah.
retail anything.
Mhm.
Fell offer retail stores like dude, like everybody that works a 9 to 5 right now is going on vacation and spending a lot of money, and they're not really like wanting to spend money.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is like the slowest time.
Mhm.
The busiest times are usually like right after Christmas and New Year's, because
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
like always wanting to get in shape after New Year's,
Mhm.
or like right before summer, or the first like month or so of summer, because everybody's
Mhm.
still in the like, oh, I want to get in shape for the
Yeah.
summer vibe.
I
Um,
usually get a big kick right after taxes because everyone's like, "Oh, I got money now. I'm gonna blow a bag," and it's like, okay.
Yeah, that can I wouldn't like I again I also wouldn't hyper focus on stuff like that because just because it's a slower month doesn't mean that there's not money to be made. You see what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, no, no. I mean, I as much as I like you saying, there's higher months and there's lower months. For the most part, as long as you have, we'll say your community, it's still consistent. Um, I haven't really had like significant drops over the last 3, 4 years of training in the gym, besides for if I'm out of town or if my clients are out of town, which is usually like you're saying, like summer or uh holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas. They're just out seeing families or whatever. That's the only time, and then they come back and we run extra sessions to make up, and then
You
we're
should
right
try.
back on
You
track.
should be try. I mean, if it's not going to cause conflict of interest with your gym, I would try to get your clients on online training.
So
But then,
that's where it is kind of a conflict of interest. It's not technically written in my contract, but it's verbally spoken like, hey, don't make money outside of, or don't take clients from the gym and put them in your own business. We had another trainer at one of our other gyms that the owner has, and he had done that, and I don't want to say fucked it over for everybody else, but now he's a little bit more like, hey, definitely not. So I just started doing the online thing through the gym,
yeah.
charging a certain price on that as opposed to doing it through my own business, and it still kind of works. I'm not going to say I make the same amount of money off of it, but it's
Why
a
would
better
you?
option than being like, hey, get the fuck out of my gym. So,
So I guess my question with that is like, why would you not ask me how to set that up if you're going about doing that?
because I kind of already did, if that makes sense. Like I said, I had set it up into running still through Trainerize, still doing the what is it, the nutrition thing. I can't think of the
Do
name.
you have a contract with this owner of your gym?
Yeah,
Did you write that or did he write that?
he wrote it. I was fucking just starting off, and I think
You're
I was
good. I'm just
20.
this is something I would like eventually revisit if I was you.
Mhm.
I would just be
So
straight
like,
and be like, hey man, I'm scaling my business and I'm actually getting more clients because you have a position of leverage. Be like, at least if I was you and I was at the point where I didn't need the gym anymore,
mhm,
I would be like, hey man, if you want me to keep doing this for you, I would charge my price
mhm.
plus whatever commission he's going to take so that I'm getting paid at least 975 for every person that comes in the door.
Okay, fair.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would say right now my contract is so I'm salary plus commission, if that makes sense. So I make a base pay, and then based on what I have in commission, obviously my base pay comes out of that, and then after that point, I essentially make a certain percentage of that commission, if that makes sense. It's not necessarily ideal, like you said. I would probably make more. I wouldn't say I would make more if it was literally just me making the full on commission. Um, so then
Don't
again, the aspect there
don't
is,
forget you have leverage in the long run. I would not put
yeah,
yourself in a hole.
fair. Um,
That's just when you ever you have the leverage.
mhm,
I
use
would,
it.
fuck yeah. Unless you want to make somebody else money, dude.
That's fair. That's fair.
You got a kid
Um,
of your own to think of, dude.
yeah.
You trying to make somebody else's kids money?
I mean, I like his family, don't get me wrong, but no, I'm trying to make myself money so that
That's
I
way
can
too
support my own
kind.
family.
That's
Thank
way too kind.
you.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, to be fair, my owner is actually really nice. Like normally I wouldn't have any like any paternity leave or anything.
I'm not
And I
saying
took
he's
a
not, I'm not saying he's not nice. I'm just saying, bro, like realistically too, do you think that you're like he takes care of his people, but your owner
yeah.
also takes care of his finances by from
Mhm.
this conversation clearly. So do you think he got to where he got from caring about other people's pockets?
Well, I'd say overall no. I do think he has a tendency to take on people he shouldn't and then pay them longer term than he should.
He's a little too nice. That can be a
Yeah,
lot of people's downfall, but
yeah,
I think that kind of is similar to the conversation almost we're having right now.
yeah. That's fair. That's fair. It's just the opposite end.
Aha.
All right, all right.
Do you see what I'm
Um,
saying? Well,
yeah, no,
it's not
I
like
get
you're
you.
fucked up for trying to protect your pockets and be a good
Mhm.
entrepreneur. Now, if
Fair.
you do that in immoral ways, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
But protecting your interest is not fucked up
yeah.
inherently. Do you see what I'm
I
saying?
get you. Yeah, yeah.
There's ways to go about it in a moral way that are fair to you and him, but
Mhm.
just more fair to you.
Fair, fair.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. So like you said, I just have to have that conversation with him to figure out
When you have the right leverage, definitely use
yeah,
it.
fair.
Don't don't just let yourself be used, bro.
No, no, no. And personally, like I said, I want to because I've been thinking about this for a while now. Um, and part of it was, like I said, me opening the online portion at the gym so that I could see, but open the door to stick my foot in. Um, and I think that it's going to be a good option. I was trying to work in that direction, um, and kind of push clients that are no longer wanting to do in person, or just weren't interested in doing in person. And I think that's helped quite a bit. But then I mean, people are still always going to want to do in persons if I'm working there. So that's the only downfall. Um, so I want to get a little bit more, we'll say, of a footing here on the online space before I do that to make sure I have things kind of covered, which there's a good and a bad thing to that, right? Of just fucking take the jump and go for it, and see how it goes. But then there's also like, yeah, if I slowly build up, it might still work out the same. Um, but at the end of the day, for me, at least I'm kind of just talking myself through this. Obviously, like I have a family now. I can't just not perform. So the potential or the idea there is if I don't perform, then we're fucked. Um, and I obviously I can't do that right now. Um, so weighing my options, I guess.
I'm gonna tell you what to do with your family. I'm gonna give you some perspective here. I love my father to death. He's a hard worker. He owns a gym himself.
Mhm.
Watched him work his dick off his entire life. I make more money than my parents.
Yeah.
I would not take financial advice from my father because he's scared to make moves
Hmm.
because if they're not comfortable or
Doesn't do it.
they're outside the scope of that comfort level,
Yeah.
like oh, the risk I could lose everything, like I could go broke or I could. Yeah,
Hmm.
you could, bro.
Yeah.
You really could. You could lose that salary and not do shit with your online coaching business if you quit.
Hmm.
But then there's the other side of that. It's like, dude, you can continue to live comfortably
Hmm.
for the rest of your life, whatever that looks like for you. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
asking details. You see what I'm saying? But
Very, yeah.
continue to live comfortably. Is that all you want for your life, though? And your child's life and for your family? If dude, again, there's no right or
Yeah.
wrong answer here. It's like, if that's all you want,
It depends. I'd say yes and no. Like I don't mind the money that I make right now. There's nothing wrong with it, and I think that would be sustainable. At least with my wife's salary combined. But I would much rather be able to make that on my own and have her be able to stay home and take care of the baby, um, or vice versa. If I could stay home and she could still go to work, but I could do the training from home, I think that would be a good option as well. But at the long term, my big picture is, like you said, kind of just taking care of my family. And I'd like to stay home to be a part of his life as much as I can, as opposed to, well, working at the fucking gym my whole fucking life. I like it. It's it's the shit that I signed up for. It's what I love to do every day. But at the end of the day, it isn't going to fulfill my life as much as I would like it to, if that makes sense.
Perfect sense. There ain't no right or wrong answer, bro. Again, it's like I'm not gonna lie. If I asked myself those questions, what I'm even at right now is not enough for my family, dude.
Mhm.
In my head,
Yeah.
no, I want more for my family.
Fair.
But that's just me.
Hmm.
That's also what drives me to work while I basically have the fucking flu all day long. I could easily text everybody and said I need to reschedule.
Yeah.
Dude, there's just like there's questions that you got to ask yourself. I'm not saying there's right or wrong answers, but usually the answer to those questions create the purpose or the intensity behind like your
Mhm.
actions. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, if you're comfortable where you're at, for lack of a better term, I'm not
Hmm.
saying there's anything wrong with that,
Hmm.
then it's going to be a lot harder for you to probably do the things that you need to do to get out of that because you're comfortable.
Yeah.
So just, you know what I mean? Be real with yourself
Hmm.
when you're like running through these thought processes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Um, and I'd say at the end of the day, kind of similar. Like, yeah, I'm comfortable right now, but that doesn't exactly mean I want to be here the rest of my life, if that makes sense. I want to be, like I said, I want to be able to sustain our living that we have right now on my own income without my wife having to work. Um, and that
So,
means I'm
uh,
essentially gonna have to double. So,
so then I'll just be careful. I guess for me, bro, I've learned that these things are mindset and how I speak a lot. So I'd be
mhm,
very careful of how, like, when I ask you that question at first, you're like, well, I mean, I could be comfortable with this necessarily. Like,
mhm.
be, I didn't ask you if you hypothetically in some fucking wonderful world would be comfortable, bro. I asked if
Yeah,
this is all you want for your family.
fair.
So
So then
that
I'd
would
say, I
be a
mean, short
yes or
answer,
a
no.
no question.
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm
Would
saying?
say, yeah.
So the more you go into these hypotheticals and down these little like places in your brain of
Mhm.
comfortability, I'm not saying they're wrong,
Yeah.
just affirming your little boundaries that you have in your head. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't want that for you. You know,
Fair. Yeah.
if you want more, but if you're
Hmm.
truly saying, "Nah, I'm good. Like I'm chilling,"
Hmm.
then bet. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
happy for you. You know, like does that make sense at all?
Yeah, yeah. Let's say, and I'd say money's not the biggest thing for me. It's mainly, like I said, just time, but time is money, right? So,
Money ain't the biggest thing for me either, but
yeah.
there's things that I can do with money that I can't do if I don't have it.
Yeah. And that's kind of where it's like, yeah,
And those are
I'm
big,
good,
and those
but
are big for me.
yeah.
So again, I could
So,
run down these hypotheticals all that I want.
hmm.
It's a lot easier to play good dad and good husband when you have financial freedom and
Yeah.
less stress from that
Yeah.
area.
Hmm.
So just again, what do you want for your family? Because it's not just how much money do you want to make?
Hmm.
If you attack it from that perspective, you're always going to like fuck up, honestly. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
It's not how much money do I want to make. Again, money isn't what I'm really after because money
Hmm.
is a resource for me able to provide my family with the reality that I want them to have.
Hmm.
The truth of the matter is, the more money that I have, bro, the less trouble they're probably likely to get in. The more likely I'm actually able to pay to get them out of trouble if they are fucking retarded. The more likely that I'm able to actually like provide them with the life and the authority and the
Hmm.
influence that I want to give them.
Yeah.
So, yes, I don't like to be shallow. I don't want to be
Mhm.
shallow, but I do recognize the power of finances in this
Yeah.
world. You see what I'm saying? And
Oh
I want
yeah.
more for my family because I got fucked, bro, when just
Mhm.
because of lack of having finances.
Okay.
I did shit to myself, obviously, but like, I got a weed ticket in high school and got kicked off the lacrosse team, and my one buddy went into a bunch of houses for armed robbery and still got to stay on the lacrosse team because his mom was the head booster donator. Like, when you have money and you do
Mhm.
shit, it is a lot easier to provide your family and your kids and your like people with the things that
Mhm.
you want to. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not saying that just think about money or money's the biggest thing for you. What do
Yeah.
you want for your family, bro? And I
Okay.
want to be able to move mountains for my family. And the
Mhm.
sad thing is what makes most people move nowadays
Is money. Yeah.
is a dollar sign.
Mhm.
Yep. Sadly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just that's what I remind myself of when I say, oh, I don't want to do it today. Or, oh, money isn't the biggest thing. Because, yeah, dude,
Mhm.
if it were just up to me, I'll smoke a blunt, bro. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
but it's not just me anymore.
Yeah. Fair.
That's how I attack it, bro. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think if you also attack it from a little bit different of a perspective, it'll be just easier for you to like,
Yeah. Kind of dial in a little bit more.
mhm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's definitely giving me some perspective. So that now I can, like you said, and I've done that, like the mindset kind of, I don't want to say reset per se, but being like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this to primarily, like you're saying, doing it for my family, to primarily help people, to do that. But like you said, at the end of the day, it still comes down to like the asset that you have that gets you through that scenario. And it always, at least for me, and it's rather unfortunate in my opinion, because I keep trying to, we'll say, turn that switch off, but it reverts money, 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 and it's a pain in the fucking dick every single day. Um,
Hey, dude.
but I do notice that when I keep that switch off, things get easier, things get better, people come in, more clients. But it's just one of those things that I got to constantly try and work on, um, and just keep
Mm.
fucking writing down, in my opinion, because that's the one thing that kept me consistent with it before, at least. Um, so yeah, fucking work on it.
Dude, again, I don't like necessarily want you to think of it like, because there's a way we could attack this focusing on money from the wrong perspective. Because if you're always trying to sell, it's, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
then that's not what we want. But I'm just saying, don't convince yourself of this narrative that like you're comfy.
yeah, fair.
I don't convince myself that I'm comfortable at 100K, bro, because there was a promise that I made to myself that I would do more.
Yeah.
Don't convince yourself that you're comfortable at whatever you're at if you promised yourself and your family that you are going to deliver more.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Because then you just become a liar, dude. Dead ass. That means you said
And
something.
then you're not doing
Oh, fuck.
it.
I get really mad when people do that to me.
Fair. I can imagine why.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
shit's
yeah.
whack. The-
Okay. My wife does it too. She's like, "Oh, I'll do this." I get home and it's not done. I'm like, "What the
I
fuck?"
think I think we all get that.
But she's
Uh,
getting better at it. So I need to get better at it. I need to, like you said, I need to do the exact same thing, just in a different scenario. And stop playing fuck around, in my opinion. For lack of word choice, I guess. So
Nah, dude, I love the word choice because it's
that's
real. You're being real with yourself.
fair.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
fair.
because but I would have put it exactly in those exact. Yeah, stop playing fuck around, dog. But
Mhm.
sometimes I just don't want to speak as intensely. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what I'm
harsh.
saying? Yeah, yeah. But I'm glad that it's making sense, bro. If you do need anything else, just let me know. Did the call help today, though, at all?
Yeah, I'd say mindset just got fucking turned back on and reset. And then, like I said, everything else has been working out pretty good. I just gotta stay consistent, and then this is gonna help me kind of, I'd say, dial in a little bit more and realize like why I'm doing it, opposed to like you said, I am comfy, but do I want to be comfy in this sort of sense, or do I want to be comfy in that sort of sense? I'd rather be
Mm,
comfy in that sort of sense. So.
yeah, me too. I'd rather you be there too, bro. Well, dude,
So
let's get there, bro. Again, if you
Yes,
need,
sir.
like I said, just let me know, blow me up. All right.
I got you, bro. I appreciate you.
I got you, dog. I hope you have a good day. All right.
Yes, sir. You as well.
All right, Bubba. Peace.
Doses.